Hello everyone, welcome to Freedom Fighter 2127. Okay, so we have a plane down, flight 320. What day was 320? March 20th, 2015. Massive solar eclipse, supermoon, so on and so forth. The date's kind of symbolic. It took about 8 minutes for this plane to crash. The exact location of where it crashed is what I'm kind of having trouble with, because Alpes de Haute Provence region, I think it's around down here, around this area here. And then another website will say it crashed in the French Alps. Here, crashed in the French Alps. Which, if you type in French Alps, it's pretty much this entire area here. So, as far as that goes, I'm not entirely sure. We got a bit to cover here. It's pretty doggone interesting how close it is to CERN. I've got a ruler here because I was looking. Remember, they have a 17-mile ring that surrounds CERN, which is the actual Large Hadron Collider. These are all way outside of it. Way outside of it. So, let's look at the path. That's the path the plane would have taken. I really don't want to use that. Hang on. There. See how it landed down here? To me, taking 8 minutes to crash. It's like the plane kind of went dark. I wonder if that's what's happened. They crossed the ley line and bing, everything goes off. It's 150 people dead. There are 0 survivors. It's sounding a lot like a ritual to me. Let me continue to read through some of this stuff here. 1:25 p.m. I'm having some very bad internet problems, and I don't know why. So excuse me if I'm not on point. I mean, I've been trying to get this out for a while, but I haven't been able to. The Airbus 320 plane that went down in the French Alps is a workhorse of modern aviation, similar to the Boeing 737. The single-aisle twin-engine jet is used to connect cities that are between 1 and 5 hours apart. Worldwide, 3.606 A320s are in operation. 3,000. Oh, I can't believe I read it like that. Sorry, 3,606 A320s are in operation, according to Airbus, which also makes the smaller but nearer identical A318 and A319 and the stretched A321. An additional 2,486 of those jets are flying. The German wings A320 crashed Tuesday, crashed in the south of the Alps while flying from Barcelona to Dusseldorf in Germany. No survivors are expected. What's very interesting is they have said that tomorrow, on the 25th, that's when they're expecting their full-on restart. Yet we've known it's been since the 20th, since the 23rd, 24th, 25th. This is a delaying time here. They just keep pushing it back and pushing it back, which obviously they're not doing. They've done something. It's been successful. Now they crashed a plane. This is a very clear sign that it is on. They have activated parts of this ley line. Parts of the grid. Because as you can see, it most likely did not start to feel any effects until after it crossed this point here, and then it just kind of, dove. Uh-oh. There we go. So, what do we know? We know that it's right around CERN. I'll go read through this article in just a sec. We know it's right around CERN. We know that 150 people are possibly dead. There is also a possibility it could have been shot down. It's very unlikely, though. RT has an article out about how Russia was buzzing with about 4 jets. Here, I'll show you that one here. Swedish jets tracked 4 Russian planes over the Baltic Sea. This was at 5:30 a.m. local time. The timeline doesn't fit, but it is kind of weird that they're that close in that close of a vicinity, flying around and have their transponders turned off. All right, so let's read about what's taking place here. The Airbus 320 plane that went down in the French Alps is a workhorse of modern aviation, similar to the Boeing 737. The single-aisle twin-engine jet is used to connect cities that are between 1 and 5 hours apart. So clearly we're not talking about that much of a distance from there. It's very odd. It's very, very odd. I mean, in the previous videos we made about CERN, the previous video, in the second part, we were talking about how these ley lines are going to be activated, and this is a crossing point. I mean, granted, they could have been crossing right over the top of CERN, and it just blacked them out. They could be crossing on the actual ley line, and it blacked them out. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things we can go over with this. There's a lot of different theories. It did take about an 8-minute descent. I think that's in here. I can't remember which article it's in, but it did take about an 8-minute descent. Maybe it's in this one. Maybe. Must be in the other one. Okay, well, it did take about 8-minute descent, which, I don't know. It's not really a nosedive, but it is kind of a little quick descent. To me, it's like they just got powered off. Who knows? Who knows what the exact cause of crash is? But they were lost over airspace, and then there they go. I mean, they could have been boinged all the way across the world because they crossed CERN, but who knows? Paris, a German jetliner on a routine flight to Dusseldorf from Barcelona, Spain, rapidly lost altitude for more than 8 minutes. There it is, 8 minutes, and then crashed in the French Alps on Tuesday morning with 144 passengers. I mean, that number's a little odd. And 6 crew members on board, the airline said. Prime Minister Manuel Valls of France said that no one on the plane had survived the crash. Search and rescue teams scrambled in the afternoon to get to the site in a remote and rugged part of the Alpes de Haute province region of southeastern France. That President Francois Hollande said at a news conference would be very difficult to reach. The French Interior Ministry said that more than 400 police officers and rescue personnel have been dispatched to the area. In the early evening, the French Interior Minister, Bernard, reported that the plane's cockpit voice recorder, one of the plane's 2 black boxes, had been found. The device records for 2 hours of the pilot's conversations as well as other sounds, including any alarms that may have sounded during the flight. I really do. I just really think that it blacked out. I don't know. That's what my gut's saying. So who knows? But I mean, there could be 1,000 different things that a plane could crash for. But it's stating the obvious. It's crossed CERN. It's crossed CERN's path. It's most likely CERN. I don't know why Twitter's going off. I apologize. But anyways, that is all the news I've got for right now. This is a very odd crash. It's literally like this one from before. There was a flight from Santa Cruz, Bolivia, and it found itself instantly and mysteriously over the sky. Yeah, wait, sorry. Let me go back to the top here. According to these reports, the CERN scientists at the Large Hadron Collider began a series of experiments on November 1st, 2009 in preparation for the restarting of operations when they shockingly discovered that their testing was distorting our Earth's magnetic field and had shot off a time wave towards the core of our planet that their tracking showed veered exactly towards the sun gate. High in the Bolivian Andes Mountains, most unfortunately, however, was when the initial time wave spawned by the LHC erupted from the sun gate and headed out towards the space above South America. See? Literally, it glanced literally into the path of an Airbus Airbus 300 flown by Air Comet, which was ready to begin its descent into Santa Cruz, Bolivia, but then found itself instantly and mysteriously over the skies of Santa Cruz. 170 passengers on board. It's a similar scenario. What happened here is they bounced from, I think they were over Bolivia, which was ready to begin its descent into Santa Cruz, Bolivia. Yeah, there we go. But then found itself instantly and mysteriously over the skies of Santa Cruz. Strange, but it is possible. This is a weird coincidence. It really is. Who knows? We'll find out soon. I'll let you guys know. Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. God bless. Be safe. Please check out the websites freedomfighterreports.com and exodusplan.net. Take it easy.